Infinite diversity in infinite combinations. The right of peaceful coexistence for all beings is one of Star Trek's guiding principles. And what better place to have this happen than on the bridge of the Enterprise?
In many respects, the Starship Enterprise was a metaphor for Starship Earth. And when you saw the bridge of the Enterprise, you saw the makeup of all of the various kinds of people that populate the Starship Earth. You saw an African woman, an Asian man at the helm. You heard a Russian accent, a Scottish accent, an American Southern accent.
My name is McCoy. I'm a doctor. I'm just a country doctor. Stimulants.
Doctor, you are a sensualist.
You bet your pointed ears I am.
I think that when you look at McCoy on the screen, he happens to be representative of the most human person really there. The ordinary guy that's in a bizarre kind of a situation.
Once, just once, I'd like to be able to land someplace and say, behold, I am the Archangel Gabriel.
Our resident sensualist, Dr. McCoy, could always be counted on for a quick and accurate diagnosis.
On pure speculation, just an educated guess, I'd say that man is alive.
He's dead, Jim. She's dead, Jim. He's dead, Jim.
Well, it got to a point to where I was trying to say it in so many different ways, you know. He's dead, Jim.
She's dead, Jim. He's dead, Captain. He's dead, Jim.
I'd switch it around. Sometimes I'd say, Jim, he's dead.
He's dead. She's dead. He's dead. She's dead. We're dying. He's dead. She's dead. He's dead, Captain. The captain is dead.
And I think that's probably going to be on my tombstone. He's dead, Jim.
He was worse than dead.
Come on, Bones, what's the mystery?
His brain is gone.
Richelieu, beware!
Helmsman engine room, stand by. All decks alert. We're gonna try pulling away.
I recognized right away that Sulu was a breakthrough role for an Asian character. Because up until that time, television had always characterized Asian characters in stereotypes. And here was the character of Sulu that Gene was describing to me, a member of the leadership team of this starship. I was blown away by that.
Romulans approaching from both sides, sir. Helm doesn't answer. We can't move. You either leave this bois bloodied, or with my blood on your swords.
Shields on. Phasers. Men and ready, sir. I've been wanting to get you in a place like this for a long time.
What can I do, Captain? You know we're always supposed to maintain good relations with the natives.
They were looking for somebody who would attract the same kind of audience that the people on the Monkees had. And in actuality, they were looking initially for a young English person. I think Gene prevailed at that point and said, you know, the Russians were the first people in space, the cosmonauts, and some recognition should be made of that fact. So let's bring in a Russian who will have the appeal of the Monkees.
No debris, no residual particles, no traces.
We are programmed to function as human females, Lord.
You are?
Yes, my lord.
This place is even better than Leningrad.
I can't give you warp 9 much longer, Mr. Spock. These engines are beginning to show signs of stress. If we keep this speed, we'll blow up any minute now.
If I push these impulse engines too hard in the condition they're in, they'll blow apart.
The emergency bypass control of the matter-antimatter integrator is fused.
Well, Scotty, now you've done it.
Aye, the haggis is in the fire for sure.
I think the Scotsmen are great engineers. You know, let's face it, they invented the steam engine, the telephone, you know, radar, just about everything that is vitally important to us these days. Then Gene Roddenberry asked me which accent I liked for an engineer, and I said, hey, you better be a Scotsman.
My bairns, my poor bairns.
Lieutenant Uhura, try to contact that ship.
Captain, I'm picking up the alien signal again.
Uhura was a wonderful character to create. Not only a woman on that bridge as part of the command crew, but a black woman. And people could look on that screen for the first time and see equality without hitting you on the head with it. The fact that I'm there was a statement.
Hailing on all frequencies, sir. All languages have been attempted. No response.
Security alert. Condition 3. All sections go to alert condition 3.
Progress report.
It's very delicate work, sir.
I can think of no one better equipped to handle it, Miss Uhura. Please proceed.
The mixture of the Enterprise's crew was immediately popular with its fans. One of the most popular crew members was my friend Nichelle Nichols, who wanted to leave the series feeling that her character wasn't fulfilling its potential.
I had given it careful thought, and I went into Gene Roddenberry and told him that after the first year, I intended to leave the show. And he was very upset. That very weekend, I went to an NAACP fundraiser, and someone came to me and said, Miss Nichols, there's someone who wants to meet you. He's a great fan of yours. And I expected to turn around and see some young person, and I turned around into the face of Dr. Martin Luther King. And I was stunned, and he said, yes, I'm a big fan of yours. And I said, thank you very much. I'm very happy about that. And of course, I'm leaving the show after this first year. And he said, you cannot. And I was taken aback, and I beg your pardon. He said, don't you know who you are? Don't you know what you have? You have created a character with dignity and beauty and intelligence. He said, your most important input is for everyone who doesn't look like us, who sees us for the first time as we should be seen, as equals, in peaceful exploration. Nichelle, you cannot leave. And I was simply chilled. And I said, thank you, Dr. King. And that Monday, when I went back to tell Gene Roddenberry what Dr. King had said, and I said to him, if you still want me to stay, I'll stay.
The real statement made by that weekly exposure to that pluralism was that that was our strength, that we have to recognize that diversity not as a problem or something that's going to divide us, but as the very thing that makes it possible for us to survive.
We'll explore how Star Trek used the 23rd century to address the issues of the 20th when we return.